Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, both. I'll sit down right there for you.
I now call to order the July 24th, 2023 Planning and Zoning Board meeting. And I'd like to let everyone know the Sterling Group has deferred their meeting or their rezoning request till next month. It would be August the 28th. So anyone that's here concerning that would want to come back August the 28th.
Question about that. Would you still take comments today about that?
No.
Okay.
I mean, y'all are welcome to stay.
That was the other meeting? Y'all come?
Yes. They're not on the agenda tonight. They referred to August 28th. Just stay for the meeting if you like.
My ride's leaving.
What do you say on this?
His ride's leaving.
Otherwise, you stay, right? That's not a leaf. I knew it was going to be there. Thank you.
I'm listening. We now have a quorum. Are there any changes to the agenda?
I never say one other than the item CZ or CZRM 23 actually being deferred to August 28th. There are no other changes.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Is there a motion to amend as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Nay? Okay. Conflict of interest statement. In accordance with North Carolina Government's Ethics Act, it is the duty of every board member to avoid both conflict of interest and appearance of conflict, and are instructed to refrain from participating in any matter becoming before this board if there is a conflict of interest or appearance of such conflict. If a board member has a known conflict of interest or appearance of conflict with respect to any matter coming before this board today, please identify the conflict and refrain from any participation in the matter involved. Does any member of the board have a conflict of interest in any matter coming before the board today? Is there a motion to approve the regular minutes of June 26, 2023?
Make a motion to approve the regular minutes of June 26, 2023.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Old business, there is none. New business, item A, case RZ 2303. I can't.
Celeste.
Dominguez. I'm horrible on pronouncing names. Sorry about that. Representing the Children's Hope Alliance, Barham Springs campus, request to rezone 75.597 plus or minus acres located on the west side of Highway 21, just north of Barham Lane, from town of Troutman RS Suburban Residential to Troutman OI Office and Institutional. I'll now turn it over to Lynn.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. As you stated, this is a request for rezoning. The applicant is Celeste Dominguez. Ms. Dominguez is the CEO of the Children's Hope Alliance, so she is representing them on the application in this case. They are the owners of the property, and as you stated, it's currently zoned RS, which is suburban residential, and the property is in Troutman's ETJ, so it's already in our zoning jurisdiction. The request to rezone the property to Troutman Office Institutional, this is an annexation, and rezoning it to O and I as we bring that property into the town, we'll just bring it into compliance with current zoning regulations. The residential zoning classification on it really doesn't fit what they do there on the property, and the O and I classification is a much better fit. They are asking to be rezoned, or excuse me, annexed. The reason for that has to do with water and sewer services. There's a pump station up there that was recently upgraded, and the children's home will be tying into those lines, so that's the reason for the annexation, and just to bring them in as a part of the town. As you all are aware of, we heard the Barium rezoning, I believe it's called Wakefield Village now. That was last spring or last fall, and that's all the property that surrounds this piece, so it's just really bringing all these pieces into the town. This is the property that was retained by the Children's Hope Alliance in that transaction, and it's right at 75.5 acres. The location, as you can see here, is highlighted in red. This is Barium Lane, this is Highway 21, and as you can see, it's the property where all of their office buildings and their daycare center and other facilities are currently located. The property surrounding here and in this location is the property that was rezoned to mixed use for the Wakefield Village project. Current zoning is RS, as you can see here. The pink is that mixed use district that's Wakefield Village. There's also some RS properties here, residential, also in the area. This here is industrial. This is our future land use map. This was brought into that mixed use category when we redid the land use map last fall, which is what Barium Springs or the Wakefield Village project, the land use is. However, we feel like the O&I fits this classification somewhat because offices are a permitted use within the mixed use district. This is a by right zoning, so there's no concept plan with this. There's no development plan on the property at this time. All uses and development standards are established by the current UDO. And again, an annexation application for this property has been submitted and will be heard as part of this request when it goes before town council. Staff is recommending approval of the request subject to the fact that the rezoning to O&I will bring the property into compliance with current ordinances and allow the user to continue to operate on the property as is. The request for rezoning is consistent with the mixed-use zoning of the adjacent surrounding Wakefield mixed-use development. This is the end of staff's presentation. If you have any questions of me, I'm happy to answer those. The applicant is here as well.
Okay. Would the applicant like to speak? Or?
My name is Orion Dalton. I'm here on behalf of Celeste Dominguez. I'm just happy to answer any questions that you all have, and thank you for your consideration.
Anyone have any questions?
I have one. So I know Lynn mentioned a daycare, but isn't DPATS not a part of Iredell Statesville Schools, the school that's on that property?
I'm not sure.
It's the Discovery Program?
Yes, ma'am.
Is on this part of the property that
Sure
you're
is.
asking to rezone?
It is.
Is an Iredell Statesville school?
Yes, that lease expires in June of next year.
Okay. Because I was just wondering if that classification would take into account the fact
It
that that
does.
school is,
Schools would be allowed, yes.
Okay.
I don't think that would be an issue. And anything there that's now is grandfathered,
okay.
so there's no issue there.
Thanks.
Any other questions?
You said that lease expires June of?
June of next year.
And have you signed at the roster? If you would please,
Sure.
just for our records.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Randy, the only other thing I see that, not that it's very important, but the subject matter says 2203, and I guess the agenda says 2303, so I'm not sure which one of those is correct.
It's 2302 is the correct number.
2302.
CZRM 2302, is that what you're speaking of? No.
2303, is that not right?
Oh, I apologize, 2303 is correct.
Yeah, so the.
Where are you at?
I know what he's
I just
talking
made it
about.
worse.
Because this says 2203
Right.
in our agenda.
It's 2303.
This,
Yeah.
Okay. I now open the meeting up for public comment. Is there anyone who'd like to speak regarding this rezoning? Kim, did you get any comments? Okay. I'll now close the public comment time. Any comments from the board? Okay. Is there a motion regarding rezoning RZ 2303?
I make a motion that we rezone as requested to office institutional for case number RZ-2303.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Nay. We need a motion regarding consistency statement of RZ 2303.
Reference case number RZ-2303, rezoning to office institutional is consistent with the 2035 future land use map by allowing mixed uses on property located in the Barium Springs. The request is consistent with the currently adopted Unified Development Ordinance. The request is reasonable and in the public interest as it proposes to allow commercial development in areas of Troutman where it is appropriate.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Nay. We need a, let's see, other business.
We have none this evening.
Okay, thank you, Lynn. Okay, is there a motion to adjourn?
Oh,
I have,
go ahead, follow me, Bob.
I'm sorry, I have a question. The case that was deferred, my memory's not as good as it is before, but when I went and looked at the area, I've been there before. Hasn't that case been before us at least one time before?
Since I've been here, there was a request to rezone the property last year, but it was withdrawn before it came before you all. We had a community meeting on it. I have heard that there was another zoning case on it that was before my time, so I cannot speak to that. But I know D.R. Horton did apply for a rezoning on this property last year, and it was withdrawn by the applicant. So no decision was made on
I
it.
thought when I rode around that, been there before. Tried to do my mind, not my heart, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Any other?
I had a crazy question off subject. The digital message board that was at the 42, did we ever figure out if it was supposed to be stoned?
I'd have to look into that, but I do think the posts are supposed to, I don't remember brick. I don't remember
Well,
stone,
whatever,
but
it's
I
supposed to be a
remember
facade or
brick.
something. Okay.
Any other business? Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second? All those in favor? Aye. Meeting is adjourned.
Is that a record?
Wow.
Is that a record?
And I packed the lunch for nothing.
Now, next month's gonna be fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Fastest
So
record,
what's down
fastest
at
meeting of all
40
time.
Drive?
Sir.
Sorry about that, I haven't been.
Were you here for the other meeting? Okay.